Hello everyone and welcome to Daily Game Review number 85. Today we have Wild Hayate 7Q versus Bokep 7Q. So let's go ahead and look at the game. So we can see a normal Chinese opening and black plays here. Normally black, it's here. I'm not sure why you would go for the fifth line instead, because the fourth line is the basic move here in order to get the territory. If you go on the fifth line, it'll become very easy to reduce and invade later. So I'm not sure why you would play such a disadvantageous move. If you don't like the normal response, there are pincers here. You can simply pincer and fight. But I think you need to stick with the normal response or a pincer, because doing something like this strange type of move, it's not played for a reason, right? There's a reason pros don't play this move. And the reason is it's very easy to reduce. So I'm not sure why you would try this unless you're just trying to make it even bigger than normal. Um, like even now, I really want to come back and fix due to the fact that it's so much Aji in there. It's way too easy to reduce, and until you do, it's you can't really count this as points because it's too easy to come in and just take all the points. So it's a kind of a disadvantageous shape. All right, so black plays normal. You want to play high here because you have a low stone here, so you want a high one over here, especially to deal with the influence. Low is locally out of style due to the fact that it's very easy to play a shoulder hit and push the position down. And globally, you want to play high because you don't want a double wing with the star point. A double wing for black is really disadvantageous if white just simply plays a 3-3 immediately. Because once black has a double wing with a star point, one of these two stones will be in a bad position after black defends. For example, if I just play normal 3-3 Joseki, you can see that this black stone is at a very bad spot because it's very flat, it's on the third line, and black has thickness, so he wants to develop the center, but here, this stone is not in a good spot in order to develop the center. You would rather have it on the fourth line. And no matter which side black plays, one of these two stones, one of these two third line stones, will be in a bad spot, and it'll have a bad combination. Therefore, against the double wing, you normally want a 3-3 immediately, and black should almost never play the double wing. Just avoid that shape entirely. So here's much better. White chooses to reduce this way. 3-3 was the move, white. Here, I'm not a fan of giving your opponent fourth line territory. If you want to reduce, just reduce with the shoulder hit. That way healing gets third line territory. Here, it looks like black's going to get too many points. White goes in. If you're not going to follow up white with some type of plan to build your own center after reducing or to run away after reducing, then why reduce in the first place? You could have just invaded. If you're not trying to develop the center or you're not trying to push the position down, then just go in. Because otherwise, you just gave your opponent points. Here, you give black points, but you're not alive. Worst case, you still need to jump out and defend yourself. Because if you play here and we play something interesting or something like this or whatever to split the two groups apart and then attack, we can easily attack these two stones. Now, I'm not saying this is a good sequence. I'm not saying this is a good sequence at all, everyone. I'm saying, as an example, if I do something to split, I can easily attack these two stones. So the idea here is these two stones are not alive. They are attackable. You don't have to attack them right now. You can leave them as is. But the fact that white left it means white is leaving weakness behind. And we all know how I feel about leaving weakness. Fix your weakness first before playing a big move. Right, so black did play this. I think black, just do something like this is much better. It's not like white can connect very easily, and even if white does, you can simply attack with a very strong shape like this to reduce it or whatever. So I think just get the points, and it's good enough. Get the points and you're fine. You don't have to do anything crazy. Here might be too direct. I use this as an example to show that these two stones are weak, but I think it's too direct of an attack. Normally you don't want to attack so directly. You want to attack in a roundabout way. So this is the game. White pushes. White, don't push from behind like this. Pushing from behind is usually helping your opponent. Black, you can 1-point jump here. Oh, actually, no, I take back you can't. Sorry. Because there is this peep, which is annoying. Okay, so you're fine. As long as you split white, you're fine. I suppose you can never cut that, so I can't say this is bad. What about this type of move? That way you're not touching wall, and if white blocks, then you can peep like this with better shape. To me, it's like you just jumped into a wall. It's not bad, it's just I don't like white getting the Hane. So maybe this is better, but I'm not 100% sure. Right, so black chose to try and make life. Black, jump is better. Why? Because this is not Sente. White can still just come in here directly and use this thickness to attack you. Therefore, don't give your opponent the chance. Just jump. And now, white goes in, you can just kill it. So don't give your opponent chances. Just fix. No, definitely fix. Fix your weakness before moving on. Definitely want to fix here. Here, no. There's a weak black group, there's a weak white group, and there's a corner to approach as well as an invasion. Therefore, this is probably the last choice I would choose. Weakness is first, your weakness, then your opponent's weakness, then a big move, and an approach is slightly bigger than your move because territory's on the bottom, or in this corner. Sorry, not on the bottom, but in this corner in general. The left side isn't super interesting yet, but you play here, and it's very easy to put pressure on this group like so, and use the thickness to attack this group, whereas an approach, if you would have approached, you could have easily played 3-3. And then when we play out Joseki, when we play out Joseki, you can see that white does get some influence and you get the territory, but then you can actually destroy that influence while attacking if you were alive, right? If you were alive. So weaknesses first, then your opponent's weaknesses, then you can get the big move. Here, white, I would have chose the other side due to the fact that this does kind of feel Sente against this corner, so you want to defend, which encourages black to fix. Here is looks overplay. Well, not overplay, but it looks like you're helping your opponent. Ajikeshi, I think that's what I want. Ajikeshi. Black just simply defends, black's fine, and then jumps. And the center is destroyed. The center is kind of dame now. Black fixes weakness, and things okay. So, no. Of course, fix. Stay connected. Just fix. You're okay, black. Black is too greedy. White should have just cut. And now black's in a lot of trouble. Here's strange. It looks like you want to attack the left, but the top's so much weaker. Attack the top. Black, still not defending the weakness. Okay, so we can see clearly both players are not very good at seeing the weakness. So I highly recommend for both players, look at the weaknesses first. Does it have a base? Can you split it? Can you surround it? Then you also want to check the connections when you're defending yourself. Make sure you're connected. Don't get split next to thickness. It's very dangerous. And don't attack without a goal. So let's say, for example, the top side. You tanuki'd and went to the left instead of just defending. But if you just defended, then you could have attacked the center group by splitting here. And then if white had gone here, you could easily destroy the influence in Sente while splitting and developing the right side, and then invaded the bottom, and black would have had a lead. So that's what I mean by goal. So you want to do things that either stop your opponent's combinations or make a combination of your own while attacking. Or defend yourself while attacking. That's usually what profit's for. You want to attack and gain profit. Here, though, there's so many things that black didn't do. First, black didn't defend himself, so it's very easy for white to split, and then once white splits, everything's going to be super weak for black. And if black had just defended, then white was the one with issues. So both players here are really missing the major points, and that is weaknesses first. Black, just fix. This is a little bit slack on reading. Um, well, I suppose it's not slack on reading, it's slack on concepts. So here you probably saw that the net didn't work. However, that's not the point. The point is, after you play this way, it's very easy to defend yourself like so. However, in the game, when you play this way, white's going to Atari and then just connect, and then you don't have as easy of a defense. So this just gives you many more forcing moves, or many more options. So here, let's see what to do. I think this is the best. I don't see anything immediately, well, and I don't want to do any deep reading here, but it gives you options, right? You have options. White defended with a tiger's mouth. I would just keep my liberties white. I kind of want liberties here. Liberties are important. If anything, I would defend this one or this one. No, this one. Due to the fact that I don't care about this Atari because it's an empty triangle for black, so black has bad liberties. But if black gets his Hane, then I can't just cut because that becomes an issue. So many forcing moves for black here. Good shape for black. So it looks like I'm more worried about this Hane than this Atari. Therefore, I might defend this side. But this tiger's mouth, now the Hane just works. And so later, this could become a problem. Potentially. Or perhaps this can become a problem. You never know. So the Aji here is not too good for white. Black, don't do it immediately. Save it for later because you never know. Yeah, it looks like black did it immediately, and there's no reason to do it immediately. Black, don't try to kill the corner. Oh, you're trying to kill the corner. You can't kill the corner. You're attacking with weakness. You can't attack with weakness. You have to defend yourself. And this is very, very painful for black. Because even if white just sacrifices something, right? Even if white just plays here and sacrifices some stones. Even if black somehow lives. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The left side is just so damaged. The left side's too many points. So let's see, what does white do? Here, reasonable, reasonable, reasonable. And white's playing very well. So you can see this is really bad for black. Really, really bad for black. So black, you let yourself get cut, you try to attack with weakness, and that's probably why you lost the game. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here and say for both players, work on defending yourself first and then looking for the weaknesses more. And make sure you don't let yourself get cut so easily. Black, especially, watch your cuts. You could have easily defended yourself on top and then attacked white. So black, don't ignore your weaknesses so much. Don't get to the, you don't need to tanuki so often. Just fix yourself and then tanuki. And white, also fix yourself before tanuking. And white did better than black in the fight on top due to the fact that black tanukied and left cuts everywhere and white didn't. But white could have potentially handled it a little bit better by not attacking directly like so and just defending himself, or split instead of playing a big move immediately. Like instead of playing the move over here, you could have just split on top. So both players look for those weaknesses. I think that is the biggest thing to learn from in this game. Weaknesses are very important. All right, thanks for watching, guys. And as always, I hope you enjoyed and found this helpful, and I will see you guys next time.